Hi, friends. Once again, you are welcome to Empowerment Talks with Comfort Convo. You know, friends, we are now about 800,000 registered founding members of ONPASSIVE, and our mission here is to go through each and every founding member. And guess what? While Mr. Ash Mufare and his team are preparing to launch ONPASSIVE, somebody's actually preparing to launch a book called The ONPASSIVE Opportunity. Even if I pronounce it wrong, I don't care, I don't mind, because I am in safe hands. She is here and she's going to correct it for us. But the truth is, there is a book going on. There is a soon to become author of a book called The ONPASSIVE Opportunity. I will not say much because she is going to say it even better. I'm talking here about none else but one of the most passionate and compassionate ONPASSIVE founding members in the house, Monique Prundikum. Monique, you are welcome to Empowerment Talks.
Thank you so much, my dear sister, for inviting me. What an honor, what a privilege to come to this amazing platform to speak on what is happening in our time. It is such a joy. My name is Monique Ndikumfru, and it is such an honor once again to be speaking on this platform. Just a little bit of background about myself. I am from Cameroon. I've lived in London for like 26 years. So hello to my London friends. I cannot, continue without saying hello to my London friends, but also to the world, hello world, hello internet world,
Right.
we're all on the internet doing a lot of business talking. So hello everybody. So but currently I live in the United States. My background really, as Miss Comfort just mentioned, I'm about to publish my first book, and it's kind of like it's very interesting, in fact, to even mention or even say that I'm writing a book. It came to me as a surprise, but nevertheless, it's happening right now. So again, my background, I work in mental health, and I also enjoy doing that. And so I think throughout this talk, we're going to probably say a lot of relevant information as it pertains to this platform and what Ms. Comfort also is doing in our community. I really admire you because you have a different time zone. And even though my time right here in the US, Eastern time is 7:18 p.m., your time over there is what? You're supposed to be
midnight 18.
It's midnight. You're supposed to be in bed, and here you are awake, and you're doing a fantastic job, Comfort. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Sis. You know, when you listen to one of our leadership council members, Michael Williams, he says, the moment you understand what ONPASSIVE is all about, you can't sleep, right? You can't go to sleep.
That is true.
That's ONPASSIVE for us. What else? What can we do? That's just
I know, right? That is true.
So, actually, I'm really honored having you here. Finally, on this platform, I've been like waiting, and finally, you are really here, and it's really a blessing having you. So, thank you for all you are doing. It's just that some of us who talk a lot and who appear here, they see us more, and they don't know people who do even more work at the background like you. Your time.
No, I think honestly, it's the same thing. Talking and writing is the same thing. We are busy. We are busy doing, and then those who are even busy making the ONPASSIVE known, builders. They're also, everybody's active one way or the other. So when you put it all together, we are all busy, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, that is really good. Thank you so much once again for coming. So let's just hop into the whole thing and start moving on. So let's begin first by even telling us where did you get to know about ONPASSIVE, and why did you join, and why the passion?
Yeah, how did I get to know about ONPASSIVE? Thank you for that question. It's a good question, and it's a good place to start. I have a dear friend. Her name is Dr. Benny, Dr.
Oh,
Favor Blessing Benny. She, her last name is England. I must say that she is like, she's a sister. And I've known her for a very long time. She's the kind of person that if she sees anything good, she will, she will make sure that you also know about it. She's sort of friend that will just arrive at my home with food for my kids.
oh,
You know, we went to secondary school together, and although I left Cameroon and went to the UK, she came to the States. We kept in touch, and when I moved, what a blessing. We
wow.
just continued the relationship, and she's such a blessing. So she told me about it over the phone. She said, Monique, there is this company that is about to launch. It's an IT company. Can I come and talk to you about it? It was during COVID. We're having a lockdown, and she came. I mean, I have a chapter in my book about that actually. So she came and talked to me about ONPASSIVE. So that is how I heard about ONPASSIVE. And what got me really interested is when she said, you're going to make residual income. You have these children. You're going to have I have two children, by the way. I am married and I have two children. She said, just think about the fact that you can have some money coming in without, sleeping at night. You wake up in the morning, you see money in your account. So my eyes went like,
Oh, no. Right.
like really tell me more. So she said, she told me about the products. She said, think about, I think I'm probably going ahead of myself here, but she really portrayed this company to be a company that will make a change in our generation. Of course, the opportunity is offered, but we have to engage with the opportunity. So that is how I heard about ONPASSIVE. And immediately after she told me the if you like the benefits of becoming a founding member, there was no hesitation on my part.
Right.
Not only the residual income, but also the product usage. We are going to have access to products that are for life, if you like, to utilize. And I thought, you know what, I haven't got anything to lose. So I immediately jumped on board without even hesitation. So I'm glad I did. I'm happy that I did. And
Wow.
I'll be forever indebted to her for actually bringing this information to me. So that
Wow.
is how Dr. Favor Blessing Benny really introduced me to ONPASSIVE.
Wow. She is really a blessing indeed. She will smile and smile and smile. And she's just a
Yeah,
wonderful person, I know.
she
So
is. Yeah.
yeah. So that said, sis, I don't really tell us in your own words, what is the title of your book? And what inspired you actually? What came to your mind that I really want to
Yeah.
write a book about ONPASSIVE? Now we're waiting like
I
for two babies to be born at the same time, because the
right,
master baby itself ONPASSIVE is like we're just waiting, and then you are here getting us to read,
right,
wait and wait again. So
right.
tell us.
Beautiful question. Beautiful. So I will try to answer it in maybe three parts because you've said some very weighty stuff in your question. That so the first thing is how did I even be? How do I? Once I started attending the local Zoom meetings, I became really inspired by what I was hearing. Because when she introduced ONPASSIVE to me, it was actually a Saturday. And so then there was a guest Zoom meeting on a Sunday. Of course, the leader of that group is Charles Austin, who lives in Maryland. So basically when I attended, he was reinforcing and re-emphasizing what Dr. Benny had told me the previous day. So I was really intrigued. That night I really couldn't sleep. I was like, this is crazy. But then the next day, I think Thursday, that same week was the corporate webinar. So then I heard Mr. Ash Mufara, the CEO of ONPASSIVE, speak. So it further solidified what Dr. Benny had told me, said the day before, Mr. Charles also, and now the you know the CEO himself is speaking. And I thought, is this for real? That night I couldn't sleep.
Right.
I couldn't stop thinking about what I've heard, the possibilities, the potential, the products. I couldn't sleep. My brain became so active. So, but I became very hungry to know more about this company. As the days and the weeks went by, and I became more involved in trying to understand what ONPASSIVE is all about. At the time, I wasn't thinking about a book. I was just interested in knowing the company because I'd registered as a founding member. So, it makes sense to know, to get involved, at least to be educated about this company you want to get involved in. It doesn't matter what we're doing, but it's good to, to understand, to have more details or information with regards to an area of interest, generally speaking. So the more I attended, the more I was intrigued by I just continued to have sleepless nights. And so I became interested in speaking on the platform because the CEO will say, if you have anything to say, come on board. We want to hear you speak. So of course I was happy. I thought I could speak. I wanted to speak too. And what I really wanted to share was that I was hearing a lot of, we'll make money, we'll be fine financially. We should also, once we start making money, we should, these are all ideas from the CEO, since he is an amazing leader that wants to transform the world. A man who has a disdain for corruption in the IT industry. A man who says, you know what, enough of the exploitation, enough of the, if you like, unfair policy surrounding the IT industry. There is enough for everybody. There is the cake is big. Everybody can have a slice, but for some reason, very few, the inner core, very few are really slicing a much larger cake, if you like, that they cannot even eat for the rest of their life. And so he wanted to a platform or a company where not only the inner core, would benefit, but why not the entire world? And then we should also help our communities, feed them, provide for them, whatever, because we'll be fine. We're going to do so well. So after hearing this, I thought to myself, this man is, when do we have a second Jesus that has arrived on earth? And he's, humanitarian, this concept to help humanity. I love it. I mean, he's an amazing leader, Mr. Mufara, to be honest with you. He really inspired and motivated me. And so listening to him, hearing him speak week after week, you cannot, you've heard him speak. Anybody who has been on this platform, and if they have not been inspired, it means they have not been attending the webinars. If nothing, at least the humanitarian aspect of ONPASSIVE.
Right.
So now I think I've kind of left some stuff hanging, but the book was born out of that.
Right.
Initially, I wanted to speak on the platform to do some motivational speaking. But as I guess fate will have it, my topic was rejected.
Okay.
I'm not going to say much about that because I want you guys to read the book.
Right.
I want you guys to read the book. So I got upset. I was
all
like,
right.
I have some good stuff to talk about, and they don't want me to talk on this platform. And he said we can come and talk about anything we like. And I was like, I said my topic. They don't like it. Okay. So I was angry, actually. I was really angry. I was like, it's not good. But guess what? I did not really have a topic, because if they had called me on the platform to speak, I would have spoken for 20 minutes, maybe, right? But what I really carried was a book.
Yeah.
So you cannot speak a book, if I can say that, you cannot speak a book in
Only
20
right.
minutes.
Right.
So that out of that, so that was a very good rejection. So I want to just say that some of you have been, you've experienced rejection and you did not understand why you were rejected. It was to move you to something better.
Mm-hmm.
Rejection is not always bad. In fact, some rejections are just the perfect thing you need to launch you to the next level. So I would say that all rejections are good.
Sure.
It's always for our good. Negative is to either pause you or to, because that actually made me to, the anger in me just said, you know what? I said, what the heck? I'm gonna write a book. So that's how I had a different title for the book. I'm gonna talk about that. I don't want to give in too much,
Right.
but I call it the ONPASSIVE Opportunity because this is an opportunity that has been given to the entire world. Most IT companies have their inner core. They selected a few friends that they selected few, and these selected few always make the multi-millionaires, the multi-billionaires, right?
Mm-hmm.
These selected few are those who make a lot of money. And so what about the mass? The masses, what about those who are actually helping to promote their businesses? What do they benefit? Okay, Facebook and so many others that have benefited from us, because we are on their platform, so they benefit from money paid because of advertisement, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't get a slice of that. And so Mr. Ash is like, no, we're going to stop all that stuff.
Right.
There is enough for everybody to enjoy. So that makes him, he stands out as a humanitarian leader, a man who wants to make the world a better place. And so hearing him speak, he has motivated me and inspired me. Even as we listen to him speak, we heard him speak week in, week out, he will say things like, okay, I'm building this ecosystem, you're going to have all these products. What are you going to do with it? So it's not only about becoming a founding member and making money, it's also about what are you going to use the products for? Because in this day and age, we've now moved into a digital world. We're not going to go back. So it means that a lot of everything is being done online. So we need products online for businesses.
Mm-hmm.
It is very clear that you can have this nowadays, as you know very well, you can have an online business. You can have a business online without having an offline business. So, but you cannot have an offline business without having an online presence.
Presence, exactly.
You need to have, you can have an online presence without an offline presence, but you cannot have it the other way. So it's necessary that you have it offline, but also online. Otherwise, you cannot really do business these days.
Right.
So the book came out of that, out of the rejection, if you like.
Correct. So at times we equally like, I think, I don't know if it's the right thing to say, but I would say it. At times we use wrong words to describe the right things that happen to us, right? Mm-hmm. We settle for less. Meanwhile, God has more in store for us, because we were not meant just to come and give a 5-minute talk. I know that I also sat on that platform. It was meant to be like to talk just for 5 minutes. Even personally, I went in for about 10 minutes, just talk and talk. But then you have what is actually like to constitute a whole book. But you only saw the opportunity of this and you thought that was going to be like, but then God is having more for you and you settle for less. And then we think that we're being rejected. Meanwhile,
so it was open to shift your thinking.
Yeah.
Shift, yes, exactly. That's what, that's what happened.
Yeah. So that's really good. And I'm personally, I'm very excited. I can't wait reading this book. And I think that any normal person would want to read a book about ONPASSIVE Opportunity. So thank you. Keep on doing what you're doing.
And just to add, Ms. Comfort, the whole idea is this word opportunity. We are presented with opportunities every day. And that is really all it takes for us to go to the next level. So you can actually, if you look back, we all look back, we can see missed opportunities in our lives. We can also see the times that we jumped on board when an opportunity was presented. And some people are not quite sure what this is all about. There'll always be skeptics. And so the key thing is this word opportunity, as it pertains to every aspect of our lives.
Exactly.
Be it physical, social, in the business world, we have opportunities are presented every day, every minute, ideas, information. The key thing is just to choose the right one, or at least engage with the opportunity to see if it's for you, engage to try to understand, because guess what? It may just be what you need. It may be that thing that takes you to the next level. What if Ben had come and I say, you know what, I'm not interested. This IT, you know, there's a lot of scamming online, and please, I've heard so much. In fact, talking about that, I have lost money, you know, trying to jump into some opportunities too. I have paid $1,000 for some online businesses that I don't know what happened. No, I couldn't figure it out, but I lost that money. But that did not stop me to engage with other opportunities. It didn't stop me, right? So we cannot also give up. We have to keep trying and eventually we'll get it. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Well, thank you so much for sharing this with us. And we can't wait to get to have the opportunity to read about the ONPASSIVE Opportunity.
Yes, and honestly, the book, just sorry not to cut you, just to say that this book is for the entire ONPASSIVE family.
Right, sure.
For those of you, my brothers in India, in Asia, those of you in Europe, those of you in the Americas, be it North or South America, it's for everybody. Those in Australia, this book, because when you read this book, it will remind you of if you were attending the webinars, it will remind you of some of the things that you have either thought about or made you laugh or whatever. It's in the book. You will see yourself in the book. So it's actually a book that is dedicated to, first of all, the CEO, and secondly, to the entire ONPASSIVE family. So again, get a copy when it's launched and read it, because you will find, I believe, some stories that are inspirational. And also in it, you'll find a chapter called The Greatest Opportunity. You don't want to miss that chapter to find out what it is.
All right, thank you. Since you're already making us to, like, we're drooling, it's like, it's already, we're trying to think about it. And yeah, thank you for painting a picture. So, after having a chat with you before now, I realized that you do a few more things apart from your profession as a mental health professional. You equally have a calling to the ministry of healing and reconciliation. Right. So tell us more about that, and equally maybe let us know how it's going to weave into the fabric of ONPASSIVE.
Thank you. That's an excellent question. So again, when this opportunity was presented to me, before my dear friend, Dr. Benny Favor, she likes to call herself Favor.
Yeah.
Benny Tinglet, before she could finish, she was talking about the benefits, the platform, what it's for. It's going to be like Zoom. We can do Zoom. As she was listing these things that we will do, on the access that I will have on the platform, I was like, wait a minute, I'm going to use it for ministry. I could see that it would be a platform for ministry.
Okay.
And so how will this be weaved, if you like, into the ONPASSIVE platform? Very easily. Very easily. A lot of traditional ways of doing things have come to an end, if you like. The time when church, you have to go to a building to attend church. I mean, that has all, we've gone digital. So in a digital world, this services, products and services change. So, we're very so familiar now with Zoom, like we are using this platform right now. And so this is the medium of communication for it's come to stay. So the platform, the ONPASSIVE platform, the particular one of the products, I think we're going to talk about that later. Mm-hmm. OConnect, I think OConnect gives me the platform to do ministry, to do ministry work. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I see myself using that, I think more than, I believe, all the other products. But the beautiful thing is that we have a platform and it's for free. When you become a founding member, mm-hmm. You don't have to pay. You have the product with you. You get up in the morning, whatever you do, you start, speaking, mm-hmm. to your audience, however you decide to do it. And the product is that I cannot wait to use it. I cannot wait to use that product. Exactly. And I think we are already practicing right now, right? It's just a matter of migrating to the ONPASSIVE platform when it launches.
When it happens, yeah.
So I'm excited. I can't wait.
Oh, me too.
I can't wait.
I'm excited.
I'm so excited. I can't wait. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Good to know. And like you said, the world, whether we like it or not, we are in the digital century. So mm-hmm. we cannot want to remain behind, because whoever wants to still stand there, I think you will remain there until maybe, I don't know where you go to, because we just need to move with time.
Yeah.
So I understand when you say everything's going digital, church services, meetings or conferences and so on. So
Yeah, just imagine that the pandemic hit and we didn't have the technology. Mm-hmm.
I know.
Just imagine that the pandemic hit and there was no technology to support mm-hmm. Our social platforms. I mean, just imagine what would have happened to us.
Exactly.
Because we are human beings by our nature. Mm-hmm. We don't sit still. We have to go out to work. We have to do a lot of things. People become very creative. We began to have parties, virtual parties.
Right.
So man, everything has changed. So you got to jump on board, and this is the platform to jump on board. This is the platform that gives you access to products that the world is yet to see. Mm-hmm. Oh yes, exactly. In the ecosystem we have everything, and Mr. Ash is a smart dude. He's thinking like decades ahead of time, and so. He reminds me of, if you think about any great invention, during its formation, everybody was like, no, what is this? This man is crazy. So like, who are you? What do you think you are doing? But he has the audacity to say, you know what? Let's leave the old thing. Let's leave this old always behind. Let's leave it behind and let's step into something new. And that is what is challenging a lot of people. They're like, what is he talking about? They don't get the concept. But in the next, they'll be left behind. Did you watch that movie, Left Behind?
No.
Oh, you gotta watch it.
Oh, okay.
So the same people had the opportunity, and some were raptured, mm-hmm. and some were left behind. So we are being raptured, and they are speaking. They will be left behind, and we will be gone. Right? Opportunity. That's what it's all about.
Exactly. Yeah. Right.
Opportunity. You jump in and you are raptured. You jump in and you are raptured into access to the artificially intelligent embedded products.
Yeah.
Right? You are raptured into making residual income. You are raptured into making humanity better. Because what? They're on passive platform.
Yeah, sure.
So a lot of people will be left behind. But they can stay behind. But I'm moving forward. I'm sure you're moving forward.
It's a matter of choice.
All the co-founders, all the founding members are moving forward. They're being raptured, and it's all thanks to Mr. Ash and his amazing vision. He's a great leader.
Exactly.
So if you've not been inspired by him, he has the audacity, right? He says we are going to change. There's going to be we are going to change the world with this product, because there's a lot of competition. If he's not doing something different, then guess what? he will not make it in the market.
Exactly.
He has to have and he says that we need to offer the world a product that they will be chasing after us for it. They'll come to get it. They'll come to us. I love that. I love it.
I know. It's so it's really a great opportunity. Whoever is planning to miss out on this will have themselves to blame not long from now.
It is. Yep.
So you know, you are the kind of person someone would call a woman of many caps, many hats, as you call it in America, because you do just a lot, and you know, you have this passion about personal development, motivational speaking, mentoring, teaching, and coaching, and all those. So are there some particular products that you're just looking forward to that, oh, let them just launch and let me just go from this, and which you think they're going to facilitate the sharing of your passion?
Yes. Wow, that's another brilliant question. So the product that we have on the ONPASSIVE platform is called Academy.
Okay.
And I thank you for reminding me that I'm wearing a lot of hats. I think women wear quite a few hats. Mother of 2.5 children or 10. I don't know whether I have 2.5 children, but anyway. Also, yes, ministry. I think let me just say this. We all have a calling. we're all born with a purpose. My second book, I have a second book that is going to be written after this, published after this, it's about purpose. It's probably going to be about 20 or 30 pages. And for anybody who is interested in also writing, they may be thinking, well, do I qualify? You know what? You don't have to worry about it. Just develop the interest. I can talk you through the process. It's really very simple if you really like to write. If you really are thinking about it, it's not that hard. But in order to really write, you have to read a lot.
Right.
So let me not divert from the question. But so we wear many hats as women. We are educators. We start at home. We start teaching at home. Our children, right? We start.
Exactly.
So when I think about what O Connect will do for not, but I can use O Connect, which is like Zoom, but also Academy. And these two platforms can be used for speaking, for teaching, and for just basically also selling material. It could be 30 minutes of 30 minutes of any particular topic for teachers, for example, who teach English, maths, or whatever science. They can use that platform too. But for me in particular, because I'm interested in motivational speaking, and also one thing about books is that when you start writing, it actually opens a door for speaking. So then I would use it for that purpose, but also, so for example, just post short clips, inspirational messages. I could also use Academy to do that, so that we are all encouraged. Messages, positive messages to encourage not only women, but the world at large. My brothers who are in India, on the ONPASSIVE platform all over the world. And the beauty about Academy is that when I send out a message or a short clip, maybe 10, 15 minutes or whatever, and you are in Spain or in France or in Germany, it doesn't matter where you are. The beauty about the O Academy platform is that it has this unique feature that as I'm speaking in English, you are able to hear it translated, or what I'm speaking, in your mother tongue. That is, and I can't wait. So you hear me speaking Spanish, I don't know, Hindu language. That would be incredible. Or in French, I'm speaking English, but the AI picks it up. So the AI, if you like, technology, the new technology, artificial intelligence, translates it as I'm speaking, real time. That is phenomenal. I can't wait. I can't wait for that. So that is what. And then if I'm preaching, or doing my motivational speaking, what a beauty! I am I'm heard, we're being heard, not just me, but everybody who is online speaking and doing the same thing. We're being heard all over the world. So my dear brothers and sisters, this is the place to be. This is the platform. This is an opportunity not to be missed. Otherwise, you'll be left behind.
Exactly.
You need to jump aboard before the doors close.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. No, you're right. You know, you were talking about All Connect or Academy and so on. One of the beauty about our product is that it's actually just a web. As they're putting that web in that ecosystem, it's a web because they are interconnected, right? No one really exists or functions in isolation, must be connected to one or the other and so on. So it's such a beautiful and convenient for everybody, you know, everything is just a suit as where it is, you just use them and, you know. So I think that it's just, we don't know what we're going to do when this thing launches. So
exciting. I can't wait. I cannot wait. It's exciting. I'm waiting. I'm like, I'm good to wait. We should, you know, I think that for those who are perhaps impatient, they don't understand what they've engaged, they're involved in.
Right, exactly.
For me, from day one when I joined ONPASSIVE, there has been such a beautiful dream. And I think also because in the process of this amazing dream, I discovered that I can write. I'm an author.
Right.
So right now I am carrying, you cannot see, but I'm carrying like maybe 5-10 books. Right. So that passion was ignited. It was already in me, but but Ash just brought it out. Like, what are you going to do with this platform? So I was like, you know, nowadays we have to do business online. That's honestly as simple like a baby. I say, you know what? Nowadays, one of the corporate webinars after he spoke and said, "What are you going to do about it?" So I said, "What am I going to do about it?" I said, you know what? Now online, nowadays online, we do business online. So I need a product online. I did not have a product. I was thinking, what product do I need to have online? And so when the idea of the book came for me to write, I was like, aha, the aha moment came. I got it. Exactly. I have a product online.
Yeah.
So I don't, for you, for those, all of you listening, be thinking you may be thinking, okay, I may not have a book, but you have ideas. Some of you are you're professional in your various fields, whether it's farming, whatever it is.
Exactly.
There are things that you know that I don't have a clue, and you need to teach us. You might be a mother and you have ideas. You've been very creative in raising your children, and you're thinking, what am I going to really tell the world? Tell us how you raised those 5-10 children. Tell us what you did. It's not an easy job, you see. So you may think you don't have anything, or even give us advice. Some of you are amazing counselors, or even motivational speakers. And you're thinking, how are you going to do it? You know, guess what? Link yourself with those who are already doing what you want to do, your area of interest, and develop it, because you are responsible to do that. It is your responsibility to develop your area of interest or purpose. You may, you understand, we all need to do that. You have a passion for something, be bold, like our sister Comfort said, you know what, I'm going to do this even if I make mistakes. And so she kept moving. And today to watch her, it's such a beauty to see her really blossom in this area of public speaking, doing her thing. So come on, she needs to have a use. So you need to know what you're up to, right? It's all about opportunity. You don't know, you come on her show. Before you know it, you've gone national. Exactly. Then you've gone international, right?
International, of course. We are international. Hey, ONPASSIVE is international. Yeah.
It is international. So you have a platform to educate us.
Right.
How you came out of that situation. Tell us. We need to know. That's what it's all about. And the
Exactly.
platform is here, yeah, waiting for you.
Yeah. Exactly. This is so motivational already, you know, it feels good. And you know, one thing Ash said the other day, the last corporate webinar we had, there's this thing he said. I may not use the exact words. He says there's no religion in ONPASSIVE, there's no race, there's no politics, there's only a family, kind of
Yes.
something like that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whoever is not yet seeing it, I'm afraid they're missing out on something, right?
It's beautiful. How can you sit at the feet of a great leader like Mr. Ash?
Yeah, I know.
Even when in the heat of pressure. Remember when you can, he comes with positive, he's positive
Yeah, positive energy and all those. I'm just like, wow.
How can you be the same?
Yeah.
He says he wants to make multi-millionaires like himself. Who wouldn't like that?
Yeah.
So
and
you hang around.
And he does that. Who does that?
Who does that? Who says I have an idea instead of me keeping it in my family, my friends and I, right? Mm-hmm. my family and I and my friends, my inner circle. I want the whole world to partake in this idea.
Right.
This concept that is potentially going to make almost everybody with given time, obviously, make us become financially independent and then help humanity. Who says that? Who does that?
Exactly.
These are great leaders. They want to transform, they want to transform the world by saying, you know what? He has a phrase that he used. He said he wants to correct the corruption.
Yes.
Because in the industry, there is money for everybody. But it's in the hands of a few. And he says he wants to correct the corruption. All the unethical business models that existed, he wants to flip it over. In fact, not even, he wants to just simply separate his business, if you like, ethical status or stance, completely separate from the norm.
Exactly.
And they're not going to like it. But you know what? It's time for things to change for the better.
Yeah. The good news is that, carry on.
Yes, we need leaders like him in politics in the entire world.
Yeah.
The world has resources for everybody to be very comfortable, but the problem is that greedy individuals are hindering the flow of resources into the hands of, if you like, the less privileged. It should not be so. And he's going to put a lot of people out of business. He's going to make a lot of countries ashamed. Because when this takes over and individuals now, ONPASSIVE founding members begin to help in the community to do things and build schools and roads, the government is going to be out of business. We don't need the government anymore. We don't need these politicians who don't know what they're doing. I'm sorry. It's embarrassing. I'm from Cameroon, and it's really embarrassing to see in Cameroon, in entire Africa. We don't have water, we don't have light. In the 21st century, what is the reason? And there is technology. I've heard that sometimes people go for a whole month. There is no electricity, and guess what? And you get a bill.
Sure.
The company sends you a bill, and they haven't provided service. How can they justify that?
Exactly.
It's unacceptable.
It's like last time I had a puja here and Collins, when they did a brilliant presentation of accounting and all staff, I was like, oh man. You know, each time, because I don't know, Ash is a genius. I don't know how he thinks. I don't know how it all came about. I don't even need to bother because I will never know, right? But then when they did a presentation of all staff, for example, and all counting, you just see, you just define it by yourself. Even who doesn't know will already want to see corruption already fought and put down.
Yes.
Everything that is happening here. So it is like, wow. You can only say wow. I think so.
He's a gift to, you see, to the world. And just to add to say this, when Henry Ford, for example, Henry Ford, who invented the Ford motor vehicle, when he started talking about it, they said it was crazy. Like, it's never been. What are you talking about? Nobody could. You see, he had the blueprint in his mind, and so when he finally brought it visually for people to see that it was possible, those who were, of course, were doubting him saw that, you know what, this man really, he was carrying a vehicle. He was carrying vehicles in his mind. But he managed to put the design on paper. Just like the Wright brothers who invented the first, airplane. It's the same thing. They carry this image in their mind, and they want to look at what their invention has done to the world. So why does it surprise anybody when Mr. Ash says we are going to transform the world with the ONPASSIVE ecosystem of over, I think we have almost 50 products right now. And who knows how many we will have before the end of the next maybe 2-3 years.
I know.
Because it is evolving every day. As when you hear him speak, it did not start with all these products that we have today. In fact, the pandemic has really made him so creative that it's like he's covering every area of the human need when it comes to a business. He calls it a smart business solution. You know, talking about products for us to utilize whatever way we want to.
Exactly.
See, so there's nothing, my dear, more than to be at the feet of somebody who knows what they're doing and what they're talking about. A man who wants to transform the world, make the world a better place. That is the place to be.
I know, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. So that said, let's move to something that is Ash's heartbeat, just like mine, just like yours, right?
Yep.
Now, many people, I've sat here and people have come and gone and they say things about ONPASSIVE that you cannot quote it all. But let's talk about this. They say ONPASSIVE is an AI-IT company built with a heart for humanity. So what's your take? What do you say about that?
That's a true statement. It's very, when I joined when I became a founding member, I found it very odd to hear the things Mr. Ash was saying. I used to say to myself, what kind of businessman is this? I honestly, initially I was struggling to understand a businessman, why does he talk like that? Like, what do you care about humanity and what is that about? Until one day I said, you know what, this man, it reminds me of the Lord Jesus Christ. In fact, I mentioned it in my book. The ONPASSIVE concept, the whole concept behind within, without, ONPASSIVE. It epitomizes for me what Jesus Christ did.
Okay.
This concept of inviting the entire world, number one, and wanting me, my life to be better. Never mind the almost 700,000 people who founding members as we speak today, right? We have almost 700,000 members. So who is this man that wants to make my life better? Who is he that? Why does he care? So it became personal. Why does he want to create a product that would make me do things online easily? You know, initially I thought, what is the deal with this guy, this dude? You know, make money for yourself and leave it alone. But so you see, until eventually I caught the spirit of the humanitarian spirit. From the inception, it was embedded.
Right, exactly.
The philanthropic ideology was embedded in the ONPASSIVE concept from its inception. He didn't wake up at night and he didn't wake up overnight and say, we think about it. No, from the very core of ONPASSIVE is this humanitarian desire. You know, it was built, it was factored in to the extent that we have the product called OBLESS. OBLESS is going to allow founding members to do it differently. You know, we don't have to, you know, most of us are involved with little projects back home to assist family members, the community, whatever. And OBLESS really would allow us to do so much more. I just have to post my idea on the platform. And if every founding member gives me $1, so I'm going to have 700 and...
Just say 700, right?
No, how much is that? Tell me, $700,000. If they give me $1 each.
Crazy money, yeah.
Yes. So if you now have an idea, you want to maybe a project back home, never even mind 700. Let's just say even 100,000 people give you $1. That's a lot of money to solve that problem wherever the need is.
Right.
I think the beauty about on the ONPASSIVE platform, or the concept that Mr. Ash has put in place, is that it's very enabling. It just helps us. It would enable us to do so much more, not only for our communities, but for the world at large. That's why I said earlier that some politicians will run out of town because there'll be no need for their service anymore. Some government officials will be embarrassed because in their locality, roads will spring up if they will allow individuals to do it.
Exactly. Don't worry.
Like you watch. It's a pity for me when I watch my wonderful, beautiful Cameroon, and I see the school. I look at schools, and it's painful to watch. Just the basic needs of chairs in the classroom to make the environment beautiful for learning. You know, we are going to change. We're going to make the world a better place, and OBLESS is going to help us do that. You know, I'm engaged with projects back home for the orphanage. Again, with the problems back home, people have been displaced. There are children on the streets. They're not going to school because they lack maybe less than $20 for school fee for the whole year. So if you go around town, you will see you can easily pick up 100 students. I have somebody back home who is saying to me, she's a teacher, so she wants to do a lot for those kids. So guess what? The OBLESS platform gives me that opportunity to assist them build maybe a women's, you know, again, individuals already have the desire to do, not people who are going to take money and disappear, but those who are really willing to do something. So orphanages will be built, women's center, to make these areas a better place. Kids should not be walking around with no shoe on their feet. We can provide that. How much is a pair of shoes? You see? So OBLESS really gives us that the platform and the opportunity. So you don't feel like you are doing it alone. You have your sisters helping you from all over the world. You just need to post that idea or that project on the platform. Before you know it, boom, like that. Just boom, right? The support is there. And the good thing, the beauty is that there is accountability. If they want to come see where the money is being used, guess what? You can go see it if you want to. A lot of companies have collected money in the name of charity or in the name of helping the underprivileged in African countries, and not only Africa, but all over the world. And guess what? A huge percentage is not used for that problem. It's not. It's not used. So why do you keep seeing the same picture on TV with the same child with flies on their nose and
I know.
Why do we keep saying that? We send the money, so why is the child, why are they still posting
Still
those
here. Why is the child still here? Exactly, right?
exactly if it can resolve? So either something is going on which is unacceptable. We have, as Mr. Ash said, we have to correct the corruption, be it in the philanthropic world, be it in our local communities, be it in wherever we can correct the corruption, be in our government. We can, if money is no longer an issue, if individuals in the community have enough money to build those schools and roads, we don't need to go to the local mayor or to say we need money. No, not anymore. We don't need to.
Keep your money.
Keep your money. Our children have to go to good schools. We are now in the 21st century. As Ash said, why he said he doesn't understand why people are not being fed and people are going around with not wearing shoes. When he said that, I was like, wow, this man, is really.
The times I just break into tears when I hear that, because it's really like goes deep down.
And then he said one person has billions, and then people are walking on the street without shoe or they don't have food. In the 21st century, we should be ashamed of ourselves.
Right.
No, honestly, and it's true. If you are really somebody who has a lot of money and you are keeping it in the bank, why are you keeping the money in the bank? What for? Why is it in the bank? We can do so much. We can do so much. We can really step out and help our communities. And I like what he says. He says you don't have to really solve the problem of the entire country or town. She said just start in your locality. There are single mothers, people who don't have, who are struggling.
Right.
Transportation, who need just around where you are. Say, look around, you see people who are in need.
Right.
Who have disability issues, who need some people just need friendship for somebody to visit. So if you look carefully, you will see the needs just in your locality. You will see the needs, and honestly, oh bless if it's to feed those who are hungry, to provide whatever is needed. We're going to be able to do this thing. So I'm excited because once we launch, the next 2-3 years, the world is going to be a much, much better place.
Oh yeah, sure.
Because of ONPASSIVE. Because of one man who said we have to get rid of the corruption in the industry. We have to change this greed that has existed for decades, and it's been accepted to be the norm. And when he steps on board and says we got to change it, of course you're going to have people who think that it's not going to happen. But you know what? We are already on the train ready to launch.
Right. Oh, sure. No, that's just the way to go. No, the unfortunate thing for whoever is not yet seeing it is that ONPASSIVE is unstoppable. So we're just moving on.
The train is moving. The train is, the train is already
warming up to start moving anytime.
The last call. Come on, jump on board. Jump on board, please. Jump on board. We have stepped into a phenomenon. In fact, I am so grateful that I accepted to engage with this opportunity.
Right.
Yeah. And so how else would I have written a book? And so it's the same thing like somebody invites you to a party. You don't want to go because, you want one funny reason, but guess what? Your husband or wife is there waiting for you, but you got to step out of your house.
Sure.
Or a business partner. There are opportunities all the time in our, what if I step in and I did not attend the webinars or the local Zoom meetings? How will I be inspired? A lot of people, as you say, we're taking too long to launch. What is going on? What is the rush? Let Mr. Ash perfect what needs to be perfected, all the beta testing, let it take place. The functionality of the products, all those things all the testing it's going to take place before we launch. Right. Up until then, we cannot do it. I mean, we have the engineers in India doing their best. And, I just give them a clap of hand right here because they're doing a fantastic job. And to all the ONPASSIVE members all over the world who are busy either spreading the news. And you know what? You are not going to wait in vain. You are not going to wait in vain. At the right time, we're going to launch. Remember, Ash says that this is a partnership. See it as your business. Think, what are you going to do with this amazing ecosystem of smart business solution products that are embedded with artificial intelligence? What are you going to do with it? Are you going to write a book? You're going to start speaking about maybe cooking, something area of interest. What are you going to use the platform for? The touch of a button, your phone, you are right there. You are able to give out a message, word of advice, whatever, online, or teach, or even sell courses. The level of money that is to be made is just so many streams, you know, of income from ONPASSIVE. So I'm excited. I'm excited to be here. I'm really excited.
Right. I know. So the excitement, whoever understands it, if you're not excited, then you are still like, you still have something to learn.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah. You haven't got it yet. Yep.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. We're calling you to come and keep listening, keep learning, whatever you're doing right now. Get ready to be migrated into the platform once it launches. Have an online presence. Why not? Yeah. This is very normal. Have an online presence.
Yes.
Some of us are in the legal field, and some of us have made so many mistakes in our lives. And all we had to do is you come and speak about legal issues for us to know what not to do, right?
No,
you can come and go and speak and advise us. You know, we need to know what the law of the land is saying about certain issues.
Exactly. Right. So, you know, we are fast approaching soft launch and definitely launch at some point, right?
Yeah.
So our worry, because some people have really seen this vision, they're just flooding in droves, and others are just like, oh my God, they're yawning because they think that we're just chasing the wind. But then as long as the window to opportunity is open, it means that there is still room for someone. Would you like what word of encouragement, or would you like to tell someone who like still doubting, even though they have $97 as we speak, they hold it in their hand, but can't think that they make that move, that wise decision? So what do you want to tell them before we finally shut down?
It would be the best $97 you've ever spent, because just coming on the platform, it is not only about the ONPASSIVE smart business solution, the products. It's about the spirit of ONPASSIVE. There is a physical side of ONPASSIVE, and there's a spiritual side of ONPASSIVE. And when you put the two together, what is $97? It's really nothing.
Right.
The idea is that you'll be introduced to some. You take certain things for granted. You may take certain things for granted. For example, the time that the CEO spends and all the leaders who are on the platform, not only promoting the company, you may take it for granted that it's just talk. No, but when you listen to what is being said, there's a lot of inspirational messages. So the $97 is really nothing. It's like, I think I once wrote that I said, it's like I've given $1 in exchange for $1 million.
Exactly.
The margin is so high that there's no comparison. So you have gone out, we have all gone out and spent. Miss Comfort, you are in the UK, not so. So yeah. $97 is what? It's like, is it 65 pounds?
Well, just say about 80 pounds, which is nothing, right?
Which is not okay. But it's okay, 80 pounds,
right? No, it's about 80 euros. So it's about 70 pounds.
75, 70, okay, thereabouts. Yeah. It's really not that much. I mean, we've all bought shoes that cost more than that, even dresses. So it's money well spent. It takes you and it places you on a platform in a family of great leaders,
Right.
Men and women who are inspiring in so many ways.
Mm-hmm.
So it's money well spent. So I would say to these folks that be patient, and just wait for Mr. Ash and his team to perfect everything that is needed, and then relax. Once we launch, we have that we have to buy our packages because we are the first customers and sellers of the company.
Mm-hmm.
And so again, that is when I think it will be about $250 maybe.
Yeah,
So
about
we
that.
are really starting a business with a price point of $300 and maybe $52, because when you buy the package, you buy it for $102.
Mm-hmm.
So total of so the package is $250. So we're starting a business with $352.
Wow, that's crazy, right?
And with the potential to earn hundreds of thousands and potentially millions of dollars. So who can it's a market that is growing, is expanding. We don't have one product. Let me remind our viewers. Remember, prior to COVID, Zoom, it was reported that Zoom had participants, about 10 million participants.
Mm-hmm.
When COVID hit, that number overnight reached 300 million participants.
Wow.
So let's just say maybe half of that were actually customers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the rest were just people who come and watch and what have you. So what did that do? What did that money do for those who were founding members of that company?
Correct.
They all became multi-millionaires, multi-billionaires overnight. So this pandemic for them, these 2 years, and they don't know what to do with their money. So
Exactly.
how about ONPASSIVE? With the ecosystem of 50 products and perhaps more before the end, maybe next year or whatever.
Right.
When if Zoom only had one product, ONPASSIVE has so many, or accounting, or trim, or post, just so many products on the platform, you know. So we have different companies, not products. We have really 50 companies within the ecosystem.
Right.
So just think about that. Just pause on that. That is huge. That is huge.
It's massive, right? Yes.
It's massive. Giving us flexibility. And I'm sorry here, my computer moved. Yeah, giving us a lot of flexibility to do business online. I think it's a great opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, sis, for your time and everything you are doing, and keep on doing what you are doing, because you make us like more excited. You get us more fired up with the book you are writing. So we're just like, oh my, there's going to be a lot of launching, you know. We'll launch ONPASSIVE, we'll launch the book. We don't know. The last time I listened to a song that somebody composed about ONPASSIVE, I was like, wow.
It's a beautiful. People are so creative. Like, just like it's been like very interesting. You know, it's like I'm writing the history of what we've experienced in this journey.
Yeah.
And so I'm really using my life story to just capitalize on some concept ideas. And so I'm flowing with our challenges. I have a chapter on hack. We were hacked. Remember our email list?
Right.
That is the chapter right there.
It's kind of a journal, you know.
It's a journal, but exactly. Yeah. Then I have one on a true leader. That is Mr. Ash. He's a true leader.
Yes.
He's a man of. He's got a heart for humanity. Compassionate. Mm-hmm. You don't need to spend a lot of time with him to know his heart.
Exactly.
And you know what they say? Behind every successful man, there is a woman. Let's not forget about his wife.
Sure.
His beautiful wife who stands by him to make this happen. Let's not forget about her. And so the book is dedicated to this amazing couple, and then also the ONPASSIVE family. So it is for you and all of us.
Right.
Whether you are in India, all over the world. It is for the
Mhm.
ONPASSIVE family. I want you to get a copy. If you need to translate it, let's talk about it. We can discuss that.
Right.
Yeah, because I'm not just talking, but I think it will be an interesting read, right?
Yeah, sure,
Because
sure.
I have to say that.
People are going to discuss.
I have to,
Yeah, this happened. Oh, yeah, that happened, and so on. I think
yes,
we're doing a good
memory,
job.
and you'll be like, yeah, but and also, it's
Right.
gonna be on our platform. It's gonna be again. We have the platform to market our products.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's going to be
Right.
like a, yeah, we're going to market our products on the ONPASSIVE platform. So we have an incredible opportunity to make an
Exactly.
online presence because we are founding members of this great. I'm so proud of this company, of being a
Exactly.
partner of ONPASSIVE. I'm so proud to be,
Sure.
rubbing shoulders with you guys. Let me say that.
Right.
And thanks to Mr. Ash for not making it a
Family
inner
business
circle
thing.
affair,
Yeah.
but it made it a worldwide affair. For those who hear, who understand the times, you got to step on board. So the
Sure.
$87 is really nothing compared to what we are all going to gain. For me, it's already, I'm already so blessed. I'm already so blessed.
Exactly. All right. Thank you. I think we have said all we need to say. If there's any other thing you want to know, people who want to do their research, visit onpassive.com and see our product displayed, read, and get to know more about them. Just type on YouTube ONPASSIVE and you have everything you need to know. You have a lot of us out there putting up a lot of information. Even on this platform, I've interviewed wonderful people who have sent out powerful messages and information that you just need. So like if you listen to Monique, she has severally talked about education, because knowledge, they say, is power, right?
Yeah.
ONPASSIVE is so big that you cannot not understand it, then you will never be part of it, right? So you can only give what you have. Study, understand it, so that you'll be able to tell someone about it. That's
Yep.
just the secret. There are not two
Yep.
ways, right?
Yep.
So join in. If you're interested, join us. Just type on the comment section. Let's know what you want, how much help you need, and we'll definitely be there for you.
That's
So,
true.
yeah. So thank you, sis, once again for your time. And we'll
Thank you.
be back again really soon.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, pleasure is actually
It's been
mine.
a pleasure. I've enjoyed this hour with you, my
Yes,
sister.
such
Again,
a
congratulations. Keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing. We love you. Thank you.
yes, I love you too. Thank you so much.
And I love you all for listening, for hearing us speak and talk. I'll be back with once. The plan is that the book will be launched a month or so after ONPASSIVE launches, because my last chapter has to reflect the company or the journey it's in its entirety. So the last chapter will really be written only after the launch. So,
Right.
but look out for it. Look out for it.
Yeah, we're
But
excited.
my work, that is just the start of my work. There is so much more for me to do in terms of writing, and so look out for I hope I will inspire and encourage you in so many ways. It encourages me, so
Right.
I hope you will. I hope you also find it funny.
Oh,
The
hopefully.
idea is
So,
to also have fun in the journey,
I'm
and we're
already
having
very
fun, right? We're
excited,
having
and I just
fun.
want to see, because yeah, it's going to be really interesting.
I'm sure you will. I'll wait. I'm sure you probably. I'm open to critique to be a better writer.
Sure.
Yes, of course. We learn
Right.
everything, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
sure.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
So thank you, and thank you, dear viewers, for watching. Let us know what you think. Join in the conversation. Drop a comment, and see you again really soon. Thanks.